Neil Cavuto, one of the top 10 worst human beings in America, according to my estimate. I cannot stand that guy. Has come out and said John McCain doesn't know what he's doing on the economy. Man, when they lose Cavuto, they have lost the right wing. They have, apparently in the minds of the right wing, lost the election. Because ain't no way he was going to do this in the middle of a close election. No way. But we're going to let you watch it for yourself. Neil Cavuto talking about how Barack Obama and John McCain have handled this economic crisis. And he's going to throw some digs at Obama. Believe me, he's going to come out of full throttle if he wins for 4 straight years. But listen to what he says about John McCain. Here you go.
Well, John McCain, I figured out why you are losing. Your positions are always changing. You voted for the $700 billion rescue package, yet today lumped your opponent with the Bush administration for essentially pushing the same package. Well, here's the deal. What is the deal with the Straight Talk Express? He voted for this rescue, but now says Barack Obama and the White House, who voted for the same rescue, apparently voted for something different. Specifically, McCain wants to target the $700 billion into solving the mortgage crisis, not helping Wall Street banks. Look, I was not for this rescue, but I kind of knew what it was about, shoring up banks. If Senator McCain didn't know that, he shouldn't have voted for that. Maybe he should have read that, because he is smarter than this, and the verbal gymnastics that rival anything John Kerry was ever for before he was against, way, way, way before this. Not that Barack Obama's positions are any more encouraging, but at least they're consistent. I don't like left-leaning, spread-the-wealth things, but it is a consistent approach, and the Democratic nominee has never veered from it. You can accept him or his views or not. With John McCain, I'm really not so sure. But I am sure I'm not the only one confused. Confused by a man who says he hates government spending, but supports pushing $300 billion to bail out folks behind their mortgage. You can't say you're against earmarks when you're earmarking that kind of dough, or adding more than $50 billion to a stimulus plan you cannot pay for, all the while blasting your opponent for coming up with programs he can't pay for. Frankly, neither of your numbers add up, but I've come to see a consistent pattern in Obama's. For the life of me, Senator Straight Talk, if you will, I see no such straight talk with yours. Obama argues big government and spells out why we need it, accept it, or reject it. You rail against big government, yet continue to push cockamamie spending plans that make a mockery of it. That's why you're losing right now, Senator McCain, not because you don't have the courage of your convictions, but because on economic matters, you have no convictions. Just my view.
Wow, look at Cavuto laying a hammer down on McCain. You have no convictions. Man, you've lost Cavuto. You're in a whole world trouble here if you're a Republican candidate, because that guy was buried so deep in Bush's ass, he couldn't see straight, man. You know, where am I, right? Okay, the guy, Bush, who gave us the economic disaster, Cavuto loved him, right? Now, he doesn't even think McCain makes sense. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but in this very rare instance, I do agree with Neil Cavuto. McCain's plans don't make sense. And now the economists has come out, I'm going to tell you about that in a second, and they're like, look, you're all over the board. On the one hand, you say, oh, we're going to be conservative, or we're going to do this. On the other hand, you're like, okay, I'm going to do a bigger giveaway than anything a Democrat can imagine, a $300 billion bailout for every bad mortgage in America. Well, come on, dude, that's nuts. I mean, that's, and then ironically, you accuse Barack Obama of socialism? No, it doesn't make any kind of sense. But you got a sense of where Cavuto lies when he's like, no, look, I don't like these Obamas left-leaning, spread the wealth thing. Okay, really, I didn't catch that earlier, Neil. Oh, you're conservative? Huh. I would have never guessed. I thought you were fair and balanced. Oh, that's interesting. And he's like, look, at least Obama gives it to you straight. He's for big government. Fair and balanced, fair and balanced. Anyway, Johnny McCain, world of trouble. That's what's heading your way.